What is Whedonopoulos?
Oh, this is a website devoted to Joss Whedon and everyone in the Whedonverse.
Do you know that I sat next to Joss Whedon in college for 4 years every day?
Wow. Well, hopefully you can check out our website and see what we think of him.
We'll check out that website.
And yes, we're going to eventually talk about the reboot that's being planned. We're busy doing other things this afternoon. What can you tell us about this version of The Purge that we'll have on USA as compared to the movies that have rolled out over the past few years?
I think that the television show is obviously it's a lot of characters. It feels a little bit like you're meeting a group of people and seeing how the Purge affects them over the long term and everything they've been building up to. With Lex, she just has one night that she has to get through, and you don't really see what was happening to her before. You get a sense of it, but you don't really get to see it. In this, you get to see what the people's lives were before the Purge and then as it leads up. So it gives you more time because you have 10 hours, obviously, as opposed to 90 minutes.
What can we expect, with that included depth? What kind of insight are we going to get into the Purge that we haven't?
I think that I think the movies portray it in a very either you purge or you don't purge in the movies, and we generally have a group of people that we fall in love with who are out there, unfortunately, on that night, and they're struggling to get through it. In the TV show, it's a little bit more morally ambiguous. There's moral ambiguity because when the Purge becomes a thing in your life and it's existed, you start to, at least in the television show, you start to feel like maybe I should be participating in this. And so there are good people in the television show who find themselves tantalized by what the Purge, how that can help their life. And then you get to see the toll that takes on them.
Can you tell us about your character and where she falls on the moral ambiguity scale?
Well, in the First Purge, the film, I played Nia Trumps, who is the activist of the community, so she's definitely anti-purge. She's fully aware of what the NFFA is doing to our community, which is essentially bribing the lower class into, committing to a night where they don't really want to do, but like he said, there's money involved, there's this financial gain, so it does put you in a kind of complex situation, and then even Naya, the character, also has to go through a bit of an obstacle because ultimately it's life or death, and even though she's against it, she unfortunately has to become involved with it too, just to protect herself and her family.
And save the day.
And save the day.
Don't forget that.
The timing, as it hits to like this particular time during the series of television, how do I say, how crazy things are.
The thing about that is DeMonico has been doing that since he started. I mean, especially like the third Purge election year, I remember reading that script and saying, these things can't happen, and because he wrote it a year and a half before Trump wasn't even a consideration when he wrote it, and I don't think that everyone was convinced that Hillary was going to be the candidate when he wrote it. And to have that turn of events happen, and DeMonico to be right there, he's a soothsayer when it comes to this part of our culture. He just knows what's going to happen, and so we just kind of sit back and rely on him to tell us where we're going, really. So somehow he knows what's going to happen a year and a half from now. So feel free to ask him. I hope when you sit down with him, I'll tell you. I haven't asked yet.
So the movies already have such a big following. Does that kind of make it easier to go into a television show to know you've already got a lot of fans that are really passionate out there?
I don't know the answer to that because when they first brought up the notion of the television show, the company I'm with, Platinum Dunes, is primarily, although we do some television, we're primarily a feature company. And so my first concern was I don't want to hurt the franchise by putting something on television. Now that was when it was a concept because I didn't know what the story was. I just was concerned they would cannibalize our audience. I don't feel that way anymore. I feel like we have created a world she lives, and then there's a whole other world where people have been living for a longer time and it's more a part of their life, and it does feel like two divergent worlds. but I mean, we'll all know in mid-September. It is crazy that the movie and the television show come out within 2 months of one another. I mean, I can't think of any time. Can you? When that's happened before? I'm not aware of that ever happening before. So it's an experiment that we're kind of all participating in. Luckily, no one's going to actually get killed.
Will there be any potential for crossovers between the movies and the television show, or is that something you guys are looking at?
The fact that you even asked that question means that there might be a Purge 5, and I'm sitting here and I've not heard anything about Purge 5, but this is certainly a world that Jason and James and myself, Michael, and my partner Bay and Drew, we all love this world. It's fun to be a part of these movies. It feels like every time you make one, it's a little bit like throwing a hand grenade on culture, and so that's it's fun to be a part of it. So if that works, I would love it. As long as she's in all the movies going forward, I'm good.
As long as I'm in it.
That's right. That's what I'm thinking.
You're calling it a 10 episodes of limited series event. Are there any plans to make it further than that, or are you going to have to wait to see how it's going to be?
If there are, I have not heard anything about that. But look, I mean, in the current world, if something works, they keep bringing it back. Just too soon to tell if people are going to watch it. The television show definitely has a different feel than the movies. I mean, the movies are pretty brutal and grisly, and you can't be that way on television. So I wonder if the audience will react more to the characters as opposed to the lack of violence on the television show. It'll be interesting to see how people take that. So I'm waiting and hoping.
How did the show Atlanta, you talk about it doesn't have all like the violence or the brutality of the movie. How did they decide on the USA network? You kind of possibly got away with that.
Yeah, I think that part of it was that was Blumhouse Television, and Jason has a huge deal at Universal. So I think that USA and Sci-Fi came to Blum and said we want to do this. So there was never really an opportunity